My name is William Burgess, my in-game name is FrozenDawn, and I'm the head coach for MnM Gaming. I was born and raised in Sussex, and I've lived there my whole life. And my first kind of video game was the Pokemon games, Yellow and Blue, on Game Boy Color. And then a few years after that, I started getting an Xbox, and I played Crash Nitro Kart with my sister, and other than that, I used to play Halo 2 a lot. So for me, I'd had these two friends, Harry and Kieran, that since primary school, we've played the same game together since primary school, and they introduced me to League of Legends pretty much in season 1, and I just sort of got involved in it, and because they were playing it, I played it too. So I've always been a very competitive person, so once I started playing League of Legends and actually started getting quite good, I joined my university team. This was quite a few years, I suppose, after actually playing the game originally. And once I got into the tournament feel of the game, even though it was at quite a low level, it just kind of got me hooked. So once I was involved in the university scene, there was this top team called Nottingham Bears, and I asked to coach them for an upcoming tournament, and they let me. And that was pretty much the first experience of coaching I properly had in League of Legends. So following on from the NUL, I then applied for the Manlight head coach position, and I was lucky enough to get the position, and I had to make this decision as to whether or not I chose to stay with my team that I'd sort of befriended and felt like I owed something to, or actually try to pursue and develop my career in a much sort of higher level of League of Legends. And so in the end, I chose to go with Manlight, which was the much better team with a much better sort of career prospects. And I look back on that decision very fondly. I think it was very wise to do. So following from the collapse of the organisation of Manlight, I had a bit of a reassessment as to what I wanted to do. I had a bit of experience casting in the past as well, but I got an offer to be the manager with Misfits for a little bit in the summer split, but it didn't actually go that well, so I wasn't there very long. And then because I wasn't really with the team, I decided to continue with the casting, and I casted I-58 and did a couple of other sort of smaller casting gigs in the meantime. Casting I-58 was a fantastic experience, but I still missed the sort of competitive drive that you get from being a coach or from being a player that you don't really get as a caster. And so Schalke reached out to me and asked if I could help with their scouting days working with NIF, and this was a fantastic opportunity for me to really get back into coaching. And so I went for their scouting days in sort of November-ish time, which was really brilliant actually. I learned a huge deal. At the start of this year, I did also find myself teamless and continued with a bit of casting and a bit of coaching here and there, but I was also focusing on some other sort of areas in my own life. But MnM reached out to me because they were in the ESL Premiership Finals and they wanted a coach to sort of help them through it. And so they asked me to join them, and I was very happy to. We ended up winning this finals, which was great. For the upcoming CSQ, truthfully, I'm not sure how we're going to fare. I think we have the genuine possibility of taking game off pretty much anyone in the tournament, but this is because it's like a best of one format and we haven't seen each other play and it's on a new patch and all of this. But that being said, I certainly wouldn't say we're favourites. I think we're sort of in the middle of the pack, verging on the upper end, and as a result, we have some expectations coming in that we're going to beat these lower teams, but that taking game off the upper teams is going to be quite a challenge. But I think that because of this gaming house scenario, courtesy of Stormforce and of course MnM, I think we have this little edge where we've created a unity, we've created a bond, and we've been very effectively practicing.